Charlie Kirk was murdered today. Hopefully his family, by the grace of God, will endure and recover. Some media outlets have contributed to the dehumanizing of people who disagree with them. They called Charlie a fascist or Nazi, but never said how he reflected those ideologies. Charlie never called for the government via regulations to control private industry, which is fascism. He never called for the government to take control of the means of production. That's socialism, what Hitler stood for. The left are masters of emotional manipulation, which is why they call names instead, debating facts and the truth in context. The left uses subjective things like hate speech and hate crimes and corrupting the word phobia to silence those who disagree with them, along with violence. They, the left, share a lot with the Hitlers, socialists, Nazis, and Stalin's communists, who would be proud of how well they use emotions and media to push their agenda of leftism. The left will attempt to use this tragedy to end the First and Second Amendments, pretending it's for the good of the people, when its real purpose is so the people can't fight against their evil plans of control. Only tyrants and dumbasses blame inanimate objects and not the people using them, and only tyrants and dumbasses restrict speech that doesn't call for harm or violation of law. Leftists will try to claim, falsely, that they need to control all guns to prevent this from happening, which is false, as most gun owners aren't evil people who murder, and they need to control speech. So nothing hateful is said, which is also false, as we have laws against calls to violence or other illegal actions. Sadly, via emotional manipulation, many people will support removing all guns and limiting speech beyond calls for action. Just putting out reality such as humans only come in male of female, and that never changes is considered hate by leftist standards, although it's true. Hopefully TPUSA will keep growing, and via the clashing of ideas, leftist, which includes socialism, communism and fascism, will be reduced to nothing. Charlie was about freedom of will, speech, thought and faith. No conservative of note ever celebrated people who simply disagreed, excluding criminals, with them being harmed or dying. Unlike leftists who called for property damage, businesses to be destroyed, along with lives to be ended figuratively and far too often literally, Charlie, you did good, may you rest at the side of the Lord.